So yesterday we talked about
Oh, okay. Wow.
the basic things you need to know, the strategies, and all those things like that. So it involves you knowing the types of analysis you can use, as well as some currencies we trade, and understanding that the market is open for this particular time to this particular time. You understand
Yes.
the times at which the times, or I mean, the times at which the market is open. Do you understand?
Yes.
So for today, I'll be talking about five things. So I want
Okay.
you to just take note of them. Take note of them one by one, one by one. So the first one is tools serious traders need. The major tools serious traders need. I'll also be talking about market participants, who are the people that are involved in the market movement and all of things like that. Why is it going up? Why is it coming down? Okay, so that's what I'll be talking about. Market participants. I'll also be talking about, sorry about that. I'm actually sick. So but let's just go straight in. So I'll also be talking about base and quote currency.
You said? Please can you recap?
Base and quote currencies. Yeah, I think that's the third one, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So for the fourth one, I'll also talk about let's look at okay, that one is on my list here. So I'll also talk about technical analysis at the later part of it. Really good in into it because it takes a lot of time to actually break that down. But for now, let's just talk about those these tools, right? Serious traders need. So the very first tool every trader needs, right, is trading view. If you've actually gotten my message earlier, you would have seen I said you should download trading view, MetaTrader
Yes.
4, or MetaTrader 5. That's what I recommend. Then Xness, right?
Yes.
So now, what are the essence of these tools? Do you understand? And
Yes.
how do they even look like? How does these tools look like? And all of things like that. So I'll be sharing that with you shortly. I'm sharing my screen with you shortly. Okay, yeah. So the very first thing I have here now is the chart patterns, right? Chart platforms. I mean, yeah, yeah. So now certain platforms, like I said, TradingView is very important. TradingView is one of the tools that we use basically for you as a trader. So it's what it does basically is number one, you understand, it gives you access to the market trading view does. Number two, it gives you access to also analyze the market. I hope you have me.
Yes, I would say.
Okay, so it also gives you access to be able to analyze the market. Also, another thing it does is number three, it gives you access to tools, right, or indicators
What happened?
that are needed to analyze the market. So it gives you access to tools. Let me say, or let's say, and indicators, right, that are needed to analyze the market. So now, that's what trading views do. That's what trading view does. You get, so it does a lot of other things. It gives you access to pairs, different currency pairs. Do you understand? It also gives you access to the networking platform. I mean, we mentioned that as well. It gives you to a networking platform. Platform. So, and where you can easily have conversations with traders and like minds. You understand?
Okay.
So it's important that you also, pay attention to all of this like that. So now, how about MetaTrader? So now this MetaTrader 4 is not what we will be using. So MetaTrader 4 is a very old tool, right? That also actually welcome Shakira and Ayomide. Kindly help with showing your camera, owning your camera, please. Just help you on your camera. I want to be sure everyone is serious and everyone is right. Do you understand? So just make sure your camera is on. Thank you. So
I will use it.
okay, so now moving forward, I'm talking about what trading views do, what trading view does. So now the first thing I said is it gives you access to the market, it gives you access to analyze the market, it gives you access to tools and indicators that are needed to analyze the market, as well as it also gives you access to a networking platform where you can meet other traders with like minds, and some even go as far as sharing signals in this networking platform.
Please, there's please there's a stand coming along with your voice. Yeah. That's all.
Okay, so Shakira, I'm not seeing your camera yet. Okay, so I hope the sound is no longer coming again. I hope you can hear me clearly
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it's clear now.
All right, perfect. So now let's continue. So now I said it gives you access to network. Your camera, kindly put it on. Your camera, put it on. Make sure your camera is on. Make sure your camera is on. So it gives you access to a networking platform, like I said, and it also gives you access to navigate currency. Yeah. So it gives you access to navigate different currency pair at the same time. So it's important that you know that TradingView is a very essential tool for every trader, and it is not just something you can do without. You need it for every analysis. You need it for every trade, every decision you're making, and all of this like that. So going to the next one, which is MetaTrader 4, right, which is what I'm showing here. But today I'll just be working on MetaTrader 5. Let's remove this. For crypto, you can use MetaTrader 4 to trade crypto. But today we just want to talk about MetaTrader 5 since we're talking about forex. And it's important to know that MetaTrader 5 is an advanced feature. That's advanced feature and a little bit more better than MetaTrader 4. Attention to this particular distance. So now we want to focus on these things and want to make sure you have screenshot of them so you can easily go back to them whenever you're free. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about MetaTrader 5. So what does MetaTrader 5 does it allows you to do? So MetaTrader 5 is also something that also gives you access to the market. But in MetaTrader 5, you have a more, how would I put it now, a more advanced future. You understand? In the sense that you can execute a trade in MetaTrader 5 first thing first. That's the first thing, executing a trade. What does executing a trade mean? That means you've gone to trading view, you've analyzed the market, and what you want to do next is you want to bring that particular trade to life. Do you understand? You want to execute that trade and bring it back to life. You want to bring it to life. Do you understand? You want the trade to actually be played out and everything should start working. Either you're making money or you're losing money. Do you understand? You want to start seeing everything how it's working back to back. Do you get? So now that is where um, MT5 comes in. So another thing it does is it helps you, it gives you access um, let's go, to trade with your money. So it gives you access to trade with money with a live account. You understand? In the sense that if you registered for XNES, you will know that XNES is just a broker, right? What XNES does is XNES is an intermediary between you as well as XNES is just like an intermediary between you and MT5. So what XNES does is you deposit your money into XNES, then XNES gives you a code. Then you go to MT5 to add that code. Then your money will be showing in MT5 and you'll be able to execute the trade you've taken from what trading view. Do we understand? So
Yeah.
XNES come in between this whole thing. Do you understand? XNES come in between them. When you take your trade in trading view, you've analyzed, you come to XNES, you fund, you come to MetaTrader 5, then you execute that trade. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Thing it does. Another thing trading view MetaTrader 5 does is it helps, let's just say, okay, so it gives you no to, okay, let me say to know, to the choice, right? To the choice of how much you want to risk per trade. So it's important to pay attention to this. It gives you access to the choice, do you understand, of how much you want to risk per trade, or decision on what's it called? When you've made your decision on trading view, you've known the direction at which you want the market to go. Then straight up you go to what your expensive fund, and you come 25, you now say, okay, yes, I funded $50. So it gives you the access to be able to choose, to choose whatever you want to actually make, the amount of money you want to input, the amount of money you want to withdraw, the amount of money you want to close the trade on, and all of things like that. Do you understand? It gives you that access,
Yeah.
it gives you that opportunity of choice. Do you understand? And also now, what it does is there is something we now call a lot size. Okay, I'll still talk about lot size and all of this like that. So now it gives you, the way you are able to make these choices is by something called a lot size. A lot size. You understand? For people who are here that have actually traded before, you know that there's something we call a lot size. A lot size is, okay, this is particular amount in my account. How much am I going to be able to risk on a trade, and how much am I going to be able to use to place a trade, and all of this like that. We'll still get back to that. We'll still get back to that. So let me just quickly rush down to through what we can do on MT5 as well. On MT, it gives you access to a lot of pairs. Do you understand? It gives you access to a lot of currency pairs also, currency pairs. So it gives you access to a lot of currency pairs. It also gives you access to, like I said, executing a trade. Now, it also gives you access to closing a trade when a trade is executed. You understand? When a trade is executed, it gives you access to a lot of things like that. So now it's important that you know all of these things because they are important. So now I said earlier that Xness is right. Xness is the intermediary. Xness is intermediary. So how does Xness work? How does Xness work? You are a trader. You need you need money to be able to access the market for a fact, and that money you need, how will you be able to how will you be able to actually impute that money? Where Xness comes in. So now Xness, like I said, is an intermediary between each of these two charting patterns. So when we have Xness come in play, is where this particular distinct as well as this. Do you understand? So now this trading view, you analyze the market, you come into connect your Xness to 5, then you're able to execute a trade. Do you understand? This is Xness logo, which is the recommended broker I actually advise everyone to use. So now it is very important that you pay attention to these things. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot. You understand it, no problem. So now the reasons why I'm going through this is so that you all will have a very good foundation when it comes to this whole forex and how it works. So when you are asked a question, either among your friend or wherever you get to in the nearest future, you should be able to say something. You should be able to know all these things. So the next thing, going to the next thing, which I said earlier, was Israel. What was the next thing I said?
You said
Yeah, what was the next subtopic I said? What was the next subtopic I said? Now we know
um,
the
market
okay,
participants.
okay. So before market participants, yeah, let me still talk about serious traders need. Two serious traders need. So now you also need a solid device. You need possibly a system, but you can use your phone for a fact. For as a beginner, you can use your phone, but for a fact, you can If you have access to a system, a tablet, a good one, you understand, you can use it as well. Also, it is important that everyone here, everyone in my class, right? After today's class, I want you guys to have a trading journal. A trading journal. What's a trading journal or a forex journal? It as a forex trader, okay, it gives you a lot of access to a lot of things. Now, what trading journal does is the first thing it does. I hope you're taking notes. It helps you keep track. Okay, so some people say some motivational speakers say what you can't measure, you can't. I don't even know how they put the English. There's just a particular word they use. Do you understand? But when you have a trading journal, you'll be able to take note of things you are doing. Okay, I use this particular strategy and I was able to make this particular amount of money using this particular strategy. Is this my winning strategy? Is this, do you understand? Is this the strategy I need to keep using over time? So you need to take note of all these things. Okay, so did I enter a trade during this time in the day and was I able to make profit? How have I been able to make profit at this particular time? Do you understand? That is where your trading journal comes in. So you take note of all these things. You keep record of how many profits you've made per week, per month, per year. Do you understand? Trading is a long-term journey for real. So now you need a trading journal. You need a trading journal. You can use Microsoft Word. You can use any of those Microsoft what's it called? Microsoft products, right? You can use them for anything. You can use them for this trading journal and your spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is just where you say, okay, yes, I took a trade using the trend line today. So what happened? What did I hit stop loss? Did I did I make profit? Did it move 50 pips above me? Then it went against me. Do you understand? All those things, you take note of all those things. Very important. Very important. So still on serious tools like two serious traders need. And from there, now we have a trading journal, right? So now you need a trading strategy. Okay, you need a trading strategy. You need a trading strategy. Having a trading strategy will save you a lot of stress. Okay, so when you have a trading strategy, it will do what, to save you a lot of stress. So you need to have a trading strategy as a professional trader. You need to have a trading strategy. Now, your trading strategy is a tool that will really help you when you actually trade. You understand? Now, what it does is it gives you access to the whole psychology level building and all of this like that. So when you have a strategy, you know that okay, when I'm coming to the market, this is the particular thing I'm coming to do. Do you understand? You're not just coming to the market to look at how the market is looking at all. You are coming to the market either to plot your trend line, either to check out Fibonacci retracement. Those are just strategies. Do you understand? You come in whether you want to start inputting your psychological levels and all of this like that. So trading strategies are very important. Do you understand? They are very important when it comes to forex trading. They are very important. You need to have the trading strategy. And like you see in quotes, it is what your toolbox. It is your toolbox. That is where you have everything you need. It can be in your edge, right? When you come to trading view, you see everything there. Your trading strategy, you need to have it. So now it is compulsory. I make mention of this that for you to be able to stay profitable in the market, you need to stick to one or two or at most three trading strategies. Do you understand? Three
Okay.
trading strategies. You need to stick to at most three trading strategies. So you won't be confusing yourself. So you won't be having a lot of biases. So you won't be stressing out and making trading look complex for you. So you need to have a good trading strategy, a very solid trading strategy. And with this, you will be once you have three good trading strategies, you are good to go. So you don't want to stress yourself. You don't want to relax. You don't want to also stress yourself too much. You want to be able to make money as well as not stress yourself too much. So the first thing, like I said, is your toolbox. You need your training strategies as well. So the training strategies include what? Anybody? What does training strategy includes?
Please, the question again. The question again, sir.
Okay, so I was asking that what does the trading strategy involve? What is the trading strategy? What are like the toolbox? Like what do you need to be inside that toolbox? What do you need? Like what are the trading strategies you might need? Basically, I will go over if anybody knows that. The trading strategy.
Okay. It's what I'm thinking of. I think it's like the kind of it depends. I mean, what it should be there should be um the kind of trading I mean, how you want to go about your trading. Like, I mean, the kind of pattern you want to be trading with. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe if you are going to be a swing trader, a day trader or something like that, what it entails, and
Mhm.
and uh, and how you combine the indicators and how you combine what points at the decision I'm making. I think that's what I'm thinking.
All right. That's a good one. That's a good one for real. The very first thing you said, which is your what, you knowing what kind of trader you are. That's the very first trading strategy for a fact. Do you understand? You knowing what kind of trader you are. Either you're a day trader, or you want to be a swing trader. Either you want to be. I mentioned the types of traders we have, right? So either you want to be a scalper, you want to be a scalper. Either you want to be a fundamental trader, that you want to be any of all those traders. Do you understand? You also have to pay attention to all of things like that. It is important that those things are in your toolbox, right? It is important that those things are in your toolbox because um, as a trader and as someone who want to make yourself, you really need to define yourself. For me, I'm a day trader, right? So highest I send the signal is either
Please, you can't hear you again.
okay, sorry about that. The network went off for a minute. So now I don't keep my trades more than a day. So I'm a day trader for a fact. You understand? I'm a day trader. Though there are some times that I go as far as going into swing trading, though that's when I see an opportunity during the swing trading. Do you understand? But I'll go over that. So the very first thing for your trading strategy, you need to define whether you're a day trader, the type of trader you are. Let me just put it that way. You understand? Then followed by what do you want to use to trade? How do you want to be trading? Do you yourself? Do you want to be a technical analyst or you want to be a fundamental analyst? Do you understand? Do you just want to trade
Yeah.
when news is coming or do you want to trade when the market is open? Do you understand? Do you want to trade when everybody's asleep in Nigeria while other countries are awake? Or do you want to trade when everybody's awake in Nigeria while other countries are asleep? Do you understand? So define yourself. That's another thing I said. So the first thing I said is define yourself, know the type of trader you want to be. Second one I said is also um, know the kind of time when you want to trade, whether you want to trade in the morning, afternoon, night, blah, blah, all of this like that. Then you also need to focus on now, do you want to, do you also want to trade with trend lines? Trend line is one of the technical analysis instruments. If you're a technical analyst, you are someone who use a trend line, who use the psychological level, who use the Fibonacci retracement, who use the high and lows of the week. I'll talk about all of this like that in depth. So we use the volumes, we use oscillators, we use EMAs, we use all of this like that. So you are a technical analyst. You understand? You are just for me. I'm a technical analyst. I trade basically using technical analysis tools, and I don't stress myself too much. So, but I also trade sometimes when there's news, right? That's when I am trading. Let's say, um, when there's a news and I just want to trade, I see an opportunity, I open it at all. So, but not every time. So, but you have to really define yourself, know who you want to be. Do you understand? Do you want to be a day trader? Do you also want to be a swing trader? Do you want to be a technical trader or you want to be a fundamental trader? So, those are the things that need to be in your toolbox. So, when you know those two things, there are a lot of things that are embedded in them. Do you understand? So, when you start making findings and making your research about who a day trader is, you see all those things and you'll be amazed that your toolbox will be full. Your toolbox will be full. So, but for anyone who wants to become a technical analyst, you just need your every tool on TradingView is your friend. Do you understand? Every tool on TradingView is your friend. So you want to be using your Fibonacci, you want to be using everything you can, RSI, all of things like that. Do you understand? But we'll still go in depth into when I talk about technical analysis. So we'll still go in depth. So now, stay on the topic. On the topic, important distance. um every serious trader need. Now the next one is, okay, I've talked about brokers, right? I've talked about Xness being the very best broker I want. I've done justice to what every trader, every serious trader needs. Do you understand? So now, so far so good. The next one I have on the next subtopic is what? Sorry, the next subtopic is what?
Market participants.
Okay, market participants. Yeah, this is a very important topic. Do you understand? For everybody here tonight, it's a very important topic. Who are the people that even came about forex trading, right? So how is it something regulated? Do you understand? I would have, for people who are actually part of my mentorship right from time, I would have talked about this earlier at the beginning, but I skipped it. So now I'm going to talk about it, and I want you guys to listen carefully. Okay, listen carefully. So now, the very first thing you need to pay attention to is who are actually these people that are called, do you understand, that are called the market participants. How did they even come to play? What are their roles? Do you understand? So for a very good thing, let me just tell you for a fact now, is that even central banks are what are involved in trading. Central banks, your Central Bank of Nigeria, Central Bank of South Africa, the United States Central Bank, any of them, do you understand? They are all involved in trading. Now, you need to take note of that. That all participants in the financial market need to be regulated. Okay, every participant, even the every movement of, don't let me just say every participant, let me just say every movement. Do you understand? In the markets needs to be regulated. Now, you don't just price don't just pull up, price don't just come down, price don't just price don't just price don't just move the way it wants. Do you understand? There are a lot of things that are moving the market. Do you understand? So now it's important that you pay attention to these things. So let me show you my screen again. Okay, so now if you can see this now, I'm talking about market participants. So the very first thing I'm showing you here now is what? The bank. If you can look at the left side, you see the bank, you see the brokers, you see banks again, you see large volume traders, as you can see. You see the banks, you see the brokers, then you come here, you see the bank again. Now, this is signifying something. It's everything here means something. You understand? And I'm going to be breaking it down for you. I'm breaking it down for you. So now, for every trader, right? For every trader and for everyone who wants to trade successfully, you have to understand that the movement in the market are not just moving. Do you understand? They are moving because people are actually behind everything. You understand? So for every move that GBP does, for every move that gold does, for every move that dollar does, for every move that naira does, you understand? There are people who are at the back, who are at the back end. Do you understand? That are that are influencing for everybody who are trading in the world right now, for everybody who are trading, everybody, they are not even 1% of the people who are moving the market. For a fact, they are not even 1% of people who are moving the market. Now, people who can move the market are people who are called the large volume people that are trading billions of nairas. You understand? They are, or billions of dollars, or billions of pounds, or billions of Japanese yen. You understand? They are the people who are the very first people that can easily move the market. The second person that can move the market are banks. Now, your GTB, your Access Bank, your what's this other thing called again? Your what other banks do you guys use? Your Echo Bank, all those banks, they also have influence in the market. Do you understand? They also have influence in the market. So you have to pay attention to these things, and if you know if you know them, you actually know, right? So now, yeah. So going straight to it, right? Let's not talk how do they actually influence the market, right? How do they actually influence the market? So let's imagine for example now, we have a movement in GBP where price is bullish. Yesterday I made mention of a bullish movement, right? What was a bullish movement again? What's the
You did
bullish
not make
movement?
mention of that. You did not
An
make mention
upward
of that.
movement. An upward
Upward
movement
trend.
and
Okay, okay.
price action.
An upward movement, an upward trend. Yeah. Okay. I didn't mention it yesterday, did I?
No,
Israel, did I mention it?
no, not at all.
Okay, so the bullish movement is when price is moving upward. You understand? When price is moving
Yeah,
upward, that's a bullish movement, right? When price is moving in a very upward direction, it's just moving upward. You understand?
yeah.
Guys, sorry about that. My network is bad, pretty much Nigeria. So now, um, it's also important that, like I said, imagine GBP is moving in a bullish movement. Like right now, price is pulling up and up. You understand? Now, during that during that time, during that whole season and all, there is something that is really behind it. You understand? It is either the other currency, right, which might be financial market. So now, when dollar is gaining, they come in pairs, right? I made mention that they come in pairs. Each currency come in
Yes.
pairs. So it's either we're
Yeah.
having Great British pounds to US dollar, or we're having Great British pounds to a lot of other currencies. So now, I'll still talk about how these currencies came in play, right? There's something we call ISO and all of things like that. I'll still come back to that. But for now, let's just talk about how these markets work. Do you understand? So ISO actually are people who regulate the market and the choices of pairs, how these pairs come in play. Do you understand? How Euro GBP come in play, how Euro AUD come in play, or AUD GBP, how all those things come in play. Those ISO guys are the people who are actually what? Who regulates the market. Okay, so I hope you are there. I hope you are there.
Yes, you are waiting.
All right. So now, going straight to it, let me just quickly just demystify this. So now, we have the banks, right? This is the market here. Don't let me call this the. Just think about this as the financial market, right? So now, this bank place an order on the market, right? They say, okay, yes, we want to actually move. Let me just use Nigeria currency. Let me just use Nigeria currency. So their plan is to do what? Bring price, right? Currently, price is at what? I think 1 4 something, 14790, 147.00. Yeah. So now, price for naira is currently at this. So price, if you want to buy $1, right? If you want to buy $1, you need 1,479 naira, right? So to buy $1. So now, just listen carefully. Okay. So now you need 14979 to actually buy $1 to purchase $1. So now the banks, the central bank, you understand, they now come that okay, yes, now we've seen that naira is gaining, is losing, right, and dollar is gaining more power in financial market, and we have to bring this thing to what to stability. We have to be able to stabilize the movement of this, right? So now, or let me just use the instance where price went as far as 19. Let's talk about that instance. What happened when price went as far as 19? When price went as far as 19, what did the banks did? The banks decided to do what? They decided to pump large amount of money. That's what the banks did. Though. This bank here now, they pumped. That's the Central Bank of Nigeria. They pumped a lot of money. You understand? Into the market. Now they pumped. Let's imagine they pumped over 700 billion. Whatever the spelling is called. But let's just say 700, if you can, 700 billion. Does this make sense? So now they pumped in 700 billion into the market, right? Into the financial market. Now, what they are doing here is they are not saying that price should keep buying. No. What they want to do with this 700 billion is they want to bring down the price from this. So what they want to do is they want to place an order. Do you understand? They will also place an order. Do you understand? For a sale, wherever market is. So now they've seen that okay, price is not being regulated at this point, and dollar is understand. So now they pumped in a lot of money into the market, and when they did so, what the trader now come into the market that moment. You understand? Luckily for you, you came into the market that moment. When they were pulling price down, you also sold. Do you understand? You also sold your dollar at that point in time. While they were pushing price down, you are making profits. Do you understand? So now, I'm not sure you guys understand. Do you understand what I just said? Do you understand what I just said?
Understood, sir. Understood.
Okay, so now immediately they pumped a lot of money into the market, right? What they did was they wanted this particular money to go in there current price at which naira is going at. Do you understand? So now, why did they do that? What was their reason? Couldn't they have just left naira to keep going and sowing high and all? Number one reason why they would want to control the market is because of investors, right? If you were following the news, right, you see that some companies were leaving the country during a particular time and all. These are this like activity was a result of did you guys hear me? Hello, are you guys there?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so now I said that one of the reasons why they want to regulate this market is so as not to chase companies, so as not to chase investors, so as not to disvalue the country's currencies. That is why central banks actually come into the market to trade. Number one. Now that is telling you that the financial market can't even go down as far as there are a lot of currencies. So who are these banks? Who are these small banks here? These small banks like your GTB and your First Bank, they come in here to also trade currencies. Do you understand? They come in here. If you've got to GTB Bank before, you would have seen signboards of them showing current price of some currencies. Do you understand? I hope we should have seen that before.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so you'd have seen them showing prices of a lot of currencies and all of things like that. So they are also doing what? They are also trading. They are also making decisions. They are also speculating. You understand? There are also people that are behind the system who are also pumping money into the financial market. You understand? Who are also pumping money into the market. Now, this market as a whole came in form of every activity individuals do. So now, if you are buying a good, you are buying a dollar, you are traveling to abroad, you have to convert your currency from naira to dollar and all of things like that. So those things actually take place in the market. Those activities that you just think is just the normal changing of currency. No, it's not the normal changing of currency. It's actually affecting, having an effect on the market as well. So now, aside that as well, also it's important to pay attention to the fact that brokers, your XNES, your IFM, your HFM, all of things like that, your XM, they also do what? Take activities from the market. They also influence the activities in the market. Large volume traders, these are traders that trade for companies, that trade for a lot of big companies, big men. Do you understand? People that have bastard money that are just wanting to trade, they also take influence in the market. So now that is where the normal human this thing psychology comes in, and that's how psychological level came into play. Psychological level, like I've taught in previous classes for old students, now you know that psychological level are significant levels, whole numbers in the financial market. Just like if we want to buy something now, should we will buy it at 100 naira. I mean, that's a whole number. 100 is a whole number, right? Complete whole number. 300, 500, 700, or 750 sometimes, or 850 sometimes, right? But except from stores, right? Have you ever gone to any normal market to just buy something and they tell you that okay, you will pay 8895? Do you understand? You've never gone to any market and they'll tell you that, right? So those are what significant levels, those prices, those whole numbers are what also what we focus on in the market. So for large volume traders now, large volume traders focus on psychological levels. So that okay, when price comes to this point, we want to push price down or we want to push price up. You understand? That is where you now come in as somebody who is just coming there to make a living, make your life out of it. You see, okay, there's a psychological level here, there's a support level here, there's a resistance level here. I want to make use of these confluences to actually execute a trade. Do you understand? Your trend line is
Okay.
also confirming that. So now, those things are what you now use as decisions. So it is important that you know all these things. I hope I've been able to evolves or how the whole financial market came into play. Okay.
Yes.
So if you have any question for me, you can just shoot. Just let me know if you have any question for me.
Here's my question.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Based on the kind of resources we have, like I mean, I'll be speaking for myself. So like, we provided the amount of money, like let's say like $40, $30. Like, which kind of trader will you advise us to be? Will it be the scalper, be the day trader, or day trader that which you are, or the swing trader that you said you wish to do too? Like, which one you prefer us to do? Like,
All right. That's a very good question. Pretty much. So for people who are just the $50 guys, the $100 guys, the $150 guys, the $10 guys, none of this like that. Just focus on day trading, right? You can focus on day trading as well. You can just focus on scalping. Do you understand? You don't want to go into swing trading. Swing trading involves so and the market, as much as it moves, your money is also moving. Either you're making money or you're losing. Do you understand? If it's moving against you, you're losing money. And if your money is unable to hold it, if you're just having $10 and you're and 1 week, your $10 is gone, even in the next just highest 1 hour, your highest 30 minutes, your $10 is gone. Do you understand? So you just focus on day trading if you're just starting up. You understand? Focus on day trading 2 hours, 3 hours, you've made your money, you've exited, or being a scalper. Just want to scalp, just want to look at okay, go to 1 minute, sharp, see one candlestick confirmation, enter for a buy, one candlestick. Once one candlestick go in your way, you are good to go. You understand? So just as someone who is beginning, with starting, you just want to just focus on because I know most at most $1,000, $1,000. So you don't want to risk yourself or stress yourself too much. Just focus on day trading as well as scalping. Yeah, just those two things. Yeah. So,
understood, understood.
all right, thank you. So any other question? Any other question for me? Okay, any other
Um,
question?
yeah, can
All
I ask
right,
a question?
Israel.
Um,
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I want to ask like what will happen like if you trade if you trade contrary to the time frame of another country.
Mhm.
Like I don't know if you understand what I said.
Okay. So now I will go over that as well. So when it comes to, okay, let me just go straight to it. Let me just go straight to it. Let me just go straight to it. So you can also take note of this, right? Let's take note of this. I've taught, I think I've taught this before to the old student. I've taught this before. So that is where we have this. I'm just taking out what I've taught. But let me just go through it, right? So that is where we have the forex market hours, right? So now I've talked about this previously, but let me just go over it again. So we have different times at which the market opens and closes and all of things like that. So there's the New York session. Pay attention. There's the New York session. There's the Tokyo session, the Asian session. There's also the what's the other one again? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody?
Um,
Sydney,
Okay, yeah, the Cindy session. Which other one again? Which other one again do we have? Which other session do we have
London,
again?
London.
London session, yeah, London and New York session. So you have all of
Okay.
this like that. So there are a lot of sessions. So now, when you as a trader right now, you want to focus on which time. Do you understand? Which time does the market move? Focus on that for you. You understand? So if you come into the market and you can make money during the New York session, no problem. Nobody will hold you. No voila. As far as you're buying or you're selling. If you want to trade during this New York session, you come in there, you see what's happening. Okay. If you want to come and trade in the afternoon when other people are sleeping, no problem. The market is open though. You will trade. You will exit. So those things are also what you will put in your trading journal. Do you understand? Let's imagine you took a trade in the afternoon. Probably that time New York is at profit. You do it another day, you make profit. You do it another day, you make profit. Do you understand? You want to start focusing on trading at that particular time. Do you understand? It means that either your psychological level at that time is fixed and you
This
are
thing
all
is
right.
cracking. The audio is not transmitting very well.
Okay, okay, okay. So um I hope you can hear me very well now. Can you hear me very well?
yes, yes.
Okay, so now, like I said, the different times now you want to focus on, okay, inputting these times at which you are trading in your journal. So if I wake up now, I want to trade probably 9 o'clock to 12. Do you understand? That's what I have on my time. I just want to trade around that time. And I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. Just give me a second. Okay, guys. So I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So let's go. So now, as regarding the time, right? So I said you want to make note of these things while you're trading. Okay. So you want to take note of your journals, and while you're trading, you want to know that, okay, when I trade around 9 to 12, I was able to make profit, right? While I trade around 1 to 4, I made loss or I made profit. You understand? you will take note of these things in your trading journal. You'll be able to, put all these things, and it's going to help your trading. You need your psychology. You need your psychology to be intact. You understand? You need your psychology to be very, very intact. So now,
It's a good place. 10, 20, 30. If you don't find it. Maria, I'm not.
hear me though. I hope you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so yeah, let's quickly go straight to the next thing. The next thing I have there is saying that we're supposed to talk about what's the next thing after market participants. The next one I'm supposed to talk about is what?
You said keys and code to
Yeah,
keys and codes
base,
of currency.
base,
Base,
base
ah,
and quote currency. Base, BASE, and quote currency. Okay, so I hope you've taken note of that. Base and quote currencies. Base, BASE, and quote, QOOTE currency. So let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. I hope you guys can see my screen clearly.
yeah.
Good. So now this is how trading view looks like. This is what trading view looks like, and it's important that I take you through the interface of how it works. I'll also do that shortly. But before then, let's just quickly go into what base and quote currency mean. So if you can look at my screen now, you will see something like AUD USD, right? So I just want to click on AUD USD Rwanda. So now let's quickly type this on the screen. AUD. So now this is AUD USD, okay? So now AUD USD is AUD means Australian dollar and the USD means what? The United States what? Dollar. So now you want to come in and take note that the very first pair, do you understand? The very first pair, the very first currency, not pair, sorry. The very first currency you have here now, which is AUD, right?
That's true.
Do you understand? AUD
Yeah,
is known as the base currency. Do you understand?
yeah.
It's known as the base currency. So just make sure you are taking screenshots of this. So while what is it called? The USD is known as the code. important that you pay attention to these things. Okay. Now, as a trader, you have to know what a base and quote currency mean. You will see them in pairs, and you should be able to identify which of them is the quote and which of them is the base. Now, what does this literally mean? What does it just mean? Or did they just come across giving this first pair, this first currency base, giving this second currency quote? No, that is where the ISO come in play. That is where what the ISO come in play. ISO simply means what? The what? Institutional Confederation, something like what was it called? Coming. Let me make sure that is confirmed. ISO. Yeah, International Organization for Standardization. Do you understand? That's what ISO means. International Organization for Standardization. Now, what it does is it makes standard guidelines, do you understand, for variety of currency pairs. Do you understand? It makes standard guidelines. So there is a reason why AUD is a base currency in this scenario. Let's search for USD AUD. Whether they'll bring it out. USD AUD. Do you see that we have what USD AUD? But do you see them as any let me use they are not actually like this ICE and SASO. They mean actually that they are not confirmed. They are just these ones are just how will I put it now? They are currencies, but they are not supposed to be at all. So when a base currency, especially AUD Australian dollar, is the base currency, it USD shouldn't be coming as a base instead of AUD. Do you understand? But in the case of Nigerian currency, the ISO allowed them to actually use USD and to be able to change USD to the base and AUD to the quote, and all of this like that. So that's where we have NGN, when we have NGN USD. Okay, so we have NGN USD. We can also have USDNGN. Okay, so this is applicable to a few currencies. Not every currency can actually interchange their quotes and base currency. Do you understand? In two places. But example of currencies that can't change their space, their pace. You understand? Is euro. Now euro can't change it's actually like it can't change its how do I put it now? It can't change from either euro USD, then USD will now come to the front. No, no, no. Euro must always remain as the base currency. Do you understand? I hope that makes sense.
Yes, yes, got you.
So now, let's keep going. So let's imagine now that you have going on and you want to check out to understand what it does. Do you understand? How do you understand that? Okay, which of them am I trading? Which of them am I even buying? What am I even selling? Do you understand? That is attention to these numbers here. You will see that we have something here. Let me just take this particular. Let me just take one of these numbers. So we have a particular number here, which is let's say where price is currently on what 0.66527. That is where price is currently. So what does this price mean? What does this price mean? This is AUD USD chart. So what does this price mean? This price means that for me to be able to purchase what one AUD, I need 0.6653 for me to to purchase 1 AUD Australian dollar, I need 0 point what? Do you understand? Do you understand? For me to purchase 1 AUD, I need 0.66527 dollar to purchase this. So in case of GBP JPY, let's go to GBP JPY. So what do you need now to purchase 1 JPY, which is Japanese yen? You need how many GBP, Great British Pounds? You need how many? 200 and what?
100.
200.301. That's what you need. You understand? As you can see,
Yeah.
current price. Let's go to GBP USD. Mm, okay, Euro USD. For you to purchase 1 euro, you need 1.08 US dollar. Do you understand? Let's look
Yes.
for GBP USD. For you to purchase 1 GBP, 1 Great British Pounds, you need 1.27370 what USD, which is dollar. Do you understand? I hope that makes sense.
Yes.
Does that make sense to you guys?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so that's how base and base as well as quote currencies come in play. So it's important you are able to phantom this particular understanding. Just understand it as I have said. Don't stress yourself too much. There are a whole lot more to it, but I don't want you guys to go in depth and all of this like that. Just know this and you're good to go. Know that when you are buying a particular currency, let's imagine you are trading GBP USD now and you want to buy. You understand? When you buy, it means you are buying GBP and you are selling USD. When you are selling in this chart, it means you are selling GBP but you are buying USD. I hope that makes sense.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
So,
Okay, guys, does that make sense? Does that make sense?
yes. Yes. It does.
All right, good. So we spent 1 hour and we are left with 1 hour more. So let's go. So what's the next thing on the list there? What's the next thing on the list?
It's a technical analysis.
Technical analysis, great. Technical analysis. So this is where the main job comes in. If you want to make money in the forex market, you need to pay attention to this technical analysis. Okay,
Yeah.
your technical analysis are what you do in the market. So if you come to my chart now and you see, let me add GBP to my this GBP US. So now when you come to GBP USD and you want to make money from this, so now also pay attention to something. Pay attention to something. Right? Pay attention to something. For people who have attended my class, I'll be doing something now. I'll be doing something now, and I need you to really focus on this. Now, for you to be able to trade technical analysis, the very first thing you need to point out is your touchdown analysis. Do you understand? Take note of it. Touchdown analysis. Okay? Touchdown analysis. What does this mean? What does the touchdown analysis mean? It means that you are going from a higher time frame down to what? A lower time frame. You are going from what? A higher time frame. You are analyzing, you are doing your technical analysis from a higher time frame down to what? Your lower time frame. Do you understand? So now if you pay attention to me right here, so for your trading view activities, I'm going to close this section up. Let me now this section here, this section shows you the particular currency you are trading on. This shows if you want to compare or add your symbol. frames here, a lot of time frames here. This shows you what kind of this thing you want to see. Do you want to be using the candles? Do you want to be using the bars? Do you want to be using alpha options, which we don't pay attention to? We use candles, we use candlestick. Understand? Then the next one is the indicators, right? You want to pay attention to indicators as well. If you click on it, or that will not be talking about. If you want to add a lot, if you want to replay, this is only. So now let's go straight to it. So right here, right now, these are the things I want you to pay attention to, as well as this. So I've talked about this. This is showing you where to search, add currency. This is the time frame, the candlestick, the indicator. All right, Israel. Sorry about that. The network is really, really, really bad tonight.
Yeah, I understand. Okay.
Mm, mm,
Very good.
All right, so I'm back now. This network shit is crazy. I have to connect another now. So yeah, I think I stopped at what these trading view tools are, right? So let me just
Yes.
continue. So these trading tools, the first one I said just indicates how your cursor wants to be behind your system. Then the next one has the trend line, which is also the tool, part of the tools you'll be using as a technical analyst, which you'll be using for a technical analyst. You need your race, info line, all those things. We don't really need them. But the only ones I need there is horizontal line. You see, I have them starred already. I need my vertical line. I also need my horizontal ray. You don't really need your crossing. So you might also need your channel. You need your flat top bottom. You need your disjoint channel. Okay, so all these channels are what I need, but I don't really pay attention to this one. So now the next one is this Fibonacci. You need this Fibonacci retracement. This is the only tool I used in this section. I use only this Fibonacci retracement. Okay, so now the next one I want to focus on again as well is the head and shoulders. Yeah, you want to use this head and shoulders. It's very important. Okay, in this third section, you need your head and shoulders. Yeah, you need your head and shoulders. So now you might also need your waves. You might also need to denote your waves, right? That means how market is moving. You also want to denote that as well. Do you understand? Then the next one you also want to look out for is forecasting and measurement tool, which is the fourth one or the fifth one here. So this shows you if you want to go in for a buy
Nothing. You don't get me.
going long. So if you want to choose a long position, if you are going sell, it means you want to click on short position
Fine.
trade. You understand? You need these two. You need these two things. Another tool you need is this particular tool here, which is your brush or your geometric shapes. You need them. You see rectangle. I have them started already. You see parts. I need my circles. I need my brush. I need them for just a lot of things. You need your curves as well. But just pay attention to these tools. Okay, pay attention to these tools. Now the next one you want to pay attention to is your text and alphabet annotation tools, right? So you want to pay attention to this. You want to add an image to the chart, probably for teaching, or you want to add text, you want to add anchor text, call out, you know, price label, and all of this like that. You want to do that. But we don't need all this. You want to add icons, and we don't need all this. But we need our measuring tool. We need this tool to measure pips. Okay, so you able to measure the movement of the market. Do you see this? You need to measure this particular thing. When you click on that, you will see some figures here. I'll be talking about this soon. I'll be talking about this as well soon. So now, all of this like that, what you need. So the for the very first thing, technical analysis. What's technical analysis? What does technical analysis mean? What does technical analysis mean? I hope we now understand how trading view works.
Yes.
Technical analysis means the use of what historical market data. Do you understand? The use
Yeah.
let's don't let me say don't let me say how will I put it now? Don't let me say predict. speculate further market movements, right? So what it does is it helps you to actually be able to know what will be happening in the market next. Do you understand? So you'll be able to know what will be happening next in the market. So you don't want to sleep on that. You want to be able to know that technical analysis means the use of historical market data to what speculate future market movement. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So there are four basic types of technical analysis, which is the trend analysis. Do you understand? The chart patterns, the technical indicator, support and resistance. These are the four basics of technical analysis. So you have a trend analysis, okay, chart patterns, technical indicators, support and resistance. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, all right. So now you want to pay attention to this. Trend analysis is like you trying to know the direction and the strength of the market. You want to know, is the market bullish? Is the market going to be bearish? Has the market gotten to an end whereby it wants to turn around? You understand? In forex, you used to say a particular term. For every up, there's going to be a down. It's just the law of gravity, right? For every
Okay.
what
Yeah.
anything you drop, it definitely come down. Shibi? That's the law of
Yes.
gravity now. Exactly. For everything you drop, it will definitely come down. So for every price that goes up, it will definitely still come down in time. You understand? So what you want to pay attention
Yeah.
to is trend analysis. Actually, you trying to know the study. Let's just say the study, right, of the direction and strength of the market. You understand the market movement. So let's imagine that, like I said earlier, that was where the bullish and the bearish moves comes in. So now let's imagine that a market trend is actually moving in price that can either be bullish or bearish. So bullish means it is going upward, bearish means it is going what? Downward.
Uh,
Do you understand? So if that makes sense, traders use trend analysis to identify the direction of trend and to determine whether to either exit a trade or enter a trade. So you'll be able to use your where the market is moving where the touchdown analysis come in play. So when you have a touchdown analysis, what that does is it enables
Please.
you look at, okay, when you go to 4 hours, you know, is the market going in the upward trend? Is the market bullish or if the market is bearish? Do you understand? You want to know if the market is moving upward, it means it's what? Bullish. Abi? So you go to a 4 hours time frame, a larger time frame, you will see it clearly. You will see that okay, yes, the market is bullish. Let's go to GBP USD now and see 4 hours time frame. So for day traders and swing day traders, I recommend you start your analysis from what? 1 day. For 4 hours, I mean. So recently, from this zone, let's start from this zone. Price has been buying. Abi? Price has been buying. Right. If I'm correct. I hope you guys are seeing this. You see that price has been moving upward, right? It has been moving upward clearly, right? Do you understand? This means what? A bullish movement, right? Now, if price starts from here and starts coming down, it means what?
bearish.
A
A
bearish,
bearish movement. Do you
bearish.
see that? I hope you can see that clearly.
Yes.
Bearish movement. You have
Yes.
let me help you write this now. Bearish. Then you want to have,
Bullish.
I hope that makes sense. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Bullish. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes.
Are you guys there?
Yes. We can hear you. We can
Yeah, we
hear
can hear
you.
you.
All right, all right, all right. So now downward trend, you definitely know is bearish.
Yes.
Bullish trend, you definitely know is
Yes.
bullish. So now, if you come into the market and somebody asks you what for the past,
Mm.
let's say since April 24 till now, price has been moving upward. Okay, Look at this. If you look down here, look at that Monday 22, 2024. Did you see that April 2024? Did you see that Monday 22? Can you see it? Somewhere here, if you can pay attention, can you see this down part that is black? Monday 24, 9 o'clock a.m. Price started being what bearish till now, which is Sunday 02 2024. Do you understand? So price has been bearish so far. So if someone asks what is currently happening in the market, you want to come ahead and look at what is currently happening in 4 hours. You go to 4 hours and you see that the price is currently in a bullish movement. So now there is also an advanced this thing to how you can easily denote the movement of the market. So now I wouldn't want to bombard you with that, but let me just make that clear. How do you know when price, do you understand,
I have a
moves
question.
from
Uh,
okay, yes, right. Please, what's the question?
the, how you drew the trend line? Please, can you can you go over that again? How you drew the trend line, like the procedure?
Okay. So the trend line now, these lines, I haven't really drawn the trend line. I'm just trying to signify their movement. You get up and down. You get so I'm not really connecting dots yet. I'm not really drawing trend line yet. So I'm just drawing. You get I'm just showing that this one is moving upward and this is moving downward. You get let me use the arrow tool so we understand that. Let me use the arrow tool. So this arrow tool will show us clearly. You get so this upward, then it gets downward. You get so this no lines yet, no lines yet. So but we will talk about trend line. So let me tell them I'm back on the group so they don't miss it. So now that's and downward, upward. So this is the upward, this is the downward. So that is clarified. So now we want to pay attention to there's a switch. Do you understand? Let's imagine price is coming down like this. Price is coming down. Price is coming down. Do you understand? And you see this movement. How will you know that okay, price has started moving in an upward direction, or how will you know that price has changed from a upward direction to a downward trend? Do you understand? How do you know that there's a change in structure? That's what it's called. How do you know that there's a change of structure? How do you know that price has pulled up, then price is now coming down? How do you know that? What tells you that? Now there's something we call higher high and lower lows. These are advanced stuff, right? These are advanced stuff, but I wouldn't want to bombard you with it. But I just want you guys to know that there are things we call higher highs and lower lows and higher highs. Do you understand? So you have to pay attention to these things. Pay attention to these things that for every bearish movement, there's always going to be a bullish movement at the end of the day. So now, does this mean that these candlesticks that are green are bullish movements? Yes, of course, they are bullish movements. But pay attention, the overall trend, what's happening? Price is not moving up, right? Price is dropping. You understand? That's what is happening overall, despite the fact that there are still some movement of buyers in the zones. See it now. Price is moving upward. The overall movement is what is happening, upward, bullish movement. But within, there are still what? There are still some opportunities for the bearish guys. You understand? There are still some opportunity. If you see those red candlesticks, those are the what bearish movement. So for every upward trend, the inside an upward trend also a trend. Take note of that. Inside every trend, there's also a trend. Inside every upward trend, there's another trend that is happening there. Do you understand? If we are seeing this in a 4 hours time frame, what you'll be seeing in 15 minutes will be more than what you are seeing here. So what does this signify? This means that for one candlestick formation on 4 hours time frame, it takes 4 hours. For one candlestick to form, it takes 4 hours. For every candlestick here, each of them completed in what? In 4 hours. I'll still talk about this candlestick and their names. You understand? I'll still talk about them, the highs, the low, the closing time, the opening time, and all of things like that. But let me just make this this. Let me just make mention of this. This green one, as you can see here, this one that my cursor is moving on. It to form, it took what, 4 hours. Do you understand? So now this overall now comprised of what, on the 4 hours time frame, we now have overall movement of what price in what, in 4 hours, a lot of 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, multiple 4 hours. You understand? Multiple 4 hours time frame, multiple 4 hours candlestick. So now you have to know that what you are seeing here now is just the, let me say, the compilation of a whole lot of other things that has happened in other time frames. Do you understand? So now, but let me be clear now. Let me just practically, let's go to 1 hour time frame. Do you see that what you are seeing in 1 hour is different from what you saw in 4 hours? You can see more candlesticks, right? You can see more candlesticks. You can see a lot of things right here in 1 hour. If you now go to 15 minutes, you see more candlesticks, right? This, I hope you guys are following.
Yes, we are.
Relax,
We are.
relax, baby. Can you?
Okay, I hope everybody is following.
Yes, we are. We are.
Okay, good. So you can see that here now there are a lot of more candlesticks, right? So now, in this particular trend now, I could say there are a lot of other trends in it. So for in every trend, there's also, as I was telling you that this was a bearish trend, right? The overall trend that was happening, price was selling. You can see this region now. This region now, there was the beginning of an upward trend. Should I show you? Are you guys seeing it?
Used to call her baby.
Um, you can see this box, I mean.
Yes, yes, yes.
So the overall trend from trend, right? But now see what is happening. Let me remove this box. Do you see that price didn't sell, price was pulling up. This price was not just going down. Price was not doing like this one that is just coming. You understand? Going down, coming. This one price was going up. Do you see that? So someone would have thought that price wants to start an upward trend, whereas it is just what, playing with you. So you have to pay attention to that as well. You have to know that the price, the market is not just where you come in and play. Do you understand? Because it's not going to play with you. You get. So this is a clear upward trend, a very good upward trend. So in a downward trend, there's also what, an upward trend. But how do you denote when price is moving from an upward trend to a downward trend? That is when what, when the market is going to change the structure. And how do you know that? How do you know that? This is what, a higher high. Pay attention to all these things. Please make sure you pay attention to all these things, please. Make sure you pay attention to all these things. I've done a lot of boxes here. So take if you want to take screenshots, you can. Okay. Let me just copy them. I'm using it. So just pay attention to all these things here. Pay attention. Make sure you pay attention to all these things.
Yes.
Yeah, there is the hotspots. I think I'll go find them. There you go. Okay. Pay attention to those box I do. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope everyone is. This is really good. This is practical. I want you guys to see it.
Okay.
So now, when you have an upward trend, okay, when you have price going in an upward direction, you have to pay attention to something. Pay attention to two significant things. One of which is the higher highs. Pay attention to that. Higher highs and what? Higher lows.
Mhm. Now I lose.
Yeah. Do you understand? When price is in an upward this thing,
Output and
upward
pay
movement,
attention to
upward movement, you pay attention to what? Higher high
higher high and
and
then
higher
higher.
lows.
What five room?
When price is now moving in a downward this thing, what do?
Pay attention to lower lows,
lower
Abi,
lows and
and lower highs.
mm,
You
Okay.
open.
You pay attention to lower lows and lower highs. Okay. So I'm going to be giving you a critical presentation of all of things like that. So
Okay, you
just make
open.
sure you are here.
Uh,
mm, mm.
I'm gonna send you some.
So now I've marked out all my higher highs and my higher lows and lower highs and lower lows. So now I have what? In an upward trend, we have what?
Um, Higher highs and higher lows,
Yeah,
right?
Higher highs. Yeah, higher
And
highs and
high,
lower
high,
lows.
higher highs and higher lows.
So now, um, sorry.
But you might wallet. Okay, let me test it.
So my double H signifies higher highs. Okay.
okay.
So now the next one I'm going to take is the HL, higher lows. Okay.
Um,
I like you. That's fine. Okay.
At the end of this class, you can take screenshot of this so you'll be able to
Sure.
know them when you are on your own. So the next one I have is what or the downward trend.
Lower highs and lower lows, right?
Yeah. So for the downward trend, we have the lower highs and the lower lows. Highs, okay.
Let me Any class of information.
Mm.
Hmm?
Yeah.
This is model of the
So now, if you want to have a snapshot, you can have a snapshot of this. Easy peasy. This is. I'm going to also download this. I'll be using. So yeah, I hope this makes sense to everybody.
Yes, yes.
So now, signifying, how does this actually come in play? Like, how do you understand? How do you, like, when you see a market, right? The first thing first that comes to your mind is you want to know the trend. Okay, you want to know if the
Yeah.
market is bullish or the market is bearish, right? So when it's bearish, you know that only two things are involved: lower highs and what, lower lows. When it's bullish, two things are involved: higher highs and
I
higher lows.
Okay.
When it's bearish, two things are involved: we have lower highs and lower lows. So now, what you want to do is for every, now this is, I'm going to be talking about, I'm still talking about technical analysis, right? So now, for every resistance zone in the lower in the bearish movement, for every resistance zone, it signifies what, a lower high. If that makes sense, do you understand?
please can you come again?
Okay, so I said that for every, do you understand, for every bearish movement, okay, for every bearish movement, that's for every downward trend, every resistance zones signifies the lower highs. Pay attention to that. It signifies what? The lower highs.
Aye. Okay.
Every bearish movement. So now, for every support zones in the bearish movement, it signifies the lows. Does that make sense? It
Yeah.
signifies what?
Yes.
The
Yes.
lows.
Yes. It makes sense. I get. Okay.
All right.
Sorry, it signifies what?
Come again. What do you? We- The audio is not getting over here. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
This is network.
Okay. So I said this zone now, region here, this region here.
Yes.
There was an upward trend here. There was an upward trend here from here to this point. It's an upward trend, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Point. Now, what we call this point? This is the beginning of the downward trend. Will we call it the lower high or we call it an higher high?
Um. No eyes. Okay. Wait. We just called it higher eyes. Is that not higher eye? You wrote higher eye.
Yeah, I wrote higher high, but I'm not. Okay, let me delete this. Let me delete it. So, what are we going to call this place?
Higher eye.
Yeah, we're going to call it higher high, right? If you observe, pay attention to this point. We're going to call this zone as far as it was coming from an upward trend. You get, price was coming from an
Yeah.
upward trend. We will still keep it as higher high. Then the next highs that will be formed
Lower
lower
eyes.
what, high. Why is it called lower high? Because it is under what, and higher high. Do you get?
And,
It has started forming. Price has started falling under that higher high. It means that price is coming to break over lower highs. Do you understand? Immediately price is
yes.
coming to break over lower high, it definitely signifies what, an higher high. It's higher than this lower high that has been formed previously. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It does make
So
sense.
how do you know there's a switch in the market structure? How do you know that price is moving from a lower, let's imagine price is moving from a bearish movement to a bullish movement? How do you know? This is where you pay attention to the break of structure, BOS. Pay attention to that. I've talked about this in previous classes for people who attended. BOS, break of structure, the CHOCH, change of character. Change of character. BOS, break of structure. BOS, break of structure. CHOCH, change of characters. Can anybody remind me of the other one?
Market structure shift, MSS.
Yeah, MSS, market structure shift. That's good. Market structure shift. So there's market structure shift and all of things like that. So that is where you pay attention to that. So now I'll be talking about for people I have actually this for people who actually attended my class previously. So now going now straight into what the technical analysis, right? Technical analysis, right? Now there are two things you want to pay attention to while you are actually trying to do your technical analysis and all of things like that. So now you want to pay attention to it, right? And under the trend analysis, I've been able to teach you guys this downward trend, the upward trend, highs, higher lows, and all of things like that, right? Those things are under the trend analysis, okay? Those things are under the trend analysis. Now, the next one you want to talk about is chart patterns, okay? Chart patterns, that's where the formation of the chart. Do you understand? You look at how the formation of the chart works. Do you understand? Let me point out something for you guys. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Chart patterns, chart patterns. Patterns is a very interesting way to signify, to know your entry point if you want to enter at this zone or exit at this zone. So let me just quickly use this to signify this. So for this now, I can see the formation of the M pattern. Do you understand? That was what formed here. So now, if I'm a trader, as a trader that we are here, right? I got to see this formation of this double top. This double top. You can see one top here, another top here. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense to everybody? I can see one top here, right? I can see another top here. Do you understand? So it gives me M, letter M. Do you understand? Do you understand? That's a chart pattern. I hope that makes sense.
So
Are you
your
guys there?
audio went off for a while there.
Are you guys there? Are you guys there?
We can hear you. So your audio went off for a while there. Can you recap?
So chart patterns, double top, give me M, then that's the very first thing you want to pay attention to as well when it comes to chart patterns and all. You want to look at reversal patterns, the continuation patterns. You want to look at a lot of things like that. Do you understand? So this will give you potential entry as well as it will give you potential exit. Do you understand? That's the essence of what chart patterns. So it gives you potential entry as well as potential exit. Do you understand? That's one of the major reasons why you have what your chart patterns as your what. So it's also something that gives you visual patterns that occurs on price. They're actually visual patterns. You understand? Something you can easily see. You understand? You can see double tops and double bottoms. You can see triangles and all of things like that. We'll be going in depth. We'll be taking each of these things one by one during the next class. So now let's talk about indicators. Indicators are just mathematical calculations, right? These are just calculations based on price, on volume data, just to generate trading signals. So what indicators do is indicators help you to make trading easy for you, but indicators are not 100% what guaranteed. They are not 100% guaranteed. Do you understand? So indicators like moving averages, indicators like oscillators, indicators like momentum indicators, indicators like RSI, indicators like fair value gap, FVG, fair value gap. I hope you guys are taking note of these things. I hope you guys are taking note of these things. All these things are what technical indicators involves, right? So which is support and resistance. Okay, I'll be taking this very important now. I'll be taking support and resistance very important right now. So now, do we have a screenshot of this? Do we have a screenshot of it?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, good, good. So now let's go straight to. I'm going to be removing everything here. Remove joints. Good. So now, support and resistance. These are resistance level. Do you understand? These are levels or price levels at which the market has previously reversed direction or previously changed what direction. Does that make sense? These are prices or zones at which what price or the market has changed what direction in the opposite way. Do you understand? So now, having that in your head, immediately price got to this zone, right? Let me use where's my box? Right. Having known that, right? Having known that, immediately price got to this zone. What happened? There was a reversal in price. Do you understand? Price was not buying again. Price started was selling, right? What does that mean? That means this point automatically becomes either a support or resistance zone. Now, how do you differentiate between a support and a resistance zone? Okay, but let me still keep identifying those zones for you. So now, this zone is the very first thing, right? When the price go to this zone, what happened? Price pulled back. I mean, let's go and mark is let's go and mark another zone now. Let me mark significant ones. I hope you are learning. I hope you are learning.
Yes.
Mhm. Good. Look at this zone too. Price was selling. Price was selling all the way from this point. Price was selling. It got to this point, Abi.
Okay.
Then there was a reversal in price. You understand? What does this
Yes.
signify? These are support and resistance zone. How do you differentiate between a support and resistance zone? Now,
Hmm?
support levels are levels in which the market has, you know, changed from, let's imagine price is selling now, then price get to a support zone. What will happen next is price buy. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that will give me this point what my support zone. Price has not changed from what price has changed from what from selling now to buying. Abi, so when price now change, so when price change from buying to selling, what do you say? What will you call that?
Please. Can you when price changes from us?
When price is changing from now change to a bearish movement, what will we call this zone at which price got to? What will we call that zone? If we've called this zone a support zone, what will we call that
The
zone?
resistance.
Oh,
Resistance.
resistance zone.
Resistance zone. Exactly. So we call this a resistance zone.
I was on anchor when I did.
We call this a resistance zone.
Hello, you can call.
So now, having known this, you need to pay attention to something, right? You need to know that these zones are just marked. They are just the little ones that I can say that are obvious. There are a lot of them here. This zone is a support zone. This zone is a support zone. This zone is a support zone. This
Okay.
zone, this zone, this
Okay.
zone, this zone. A lot of zones, support zones. This zone here, a resistance zone. I'm going to be marking them out now. So just pay attention to them. Pay attention to them, and I'm going to show you how they work. Okay, let's go. So now I'm marking out the zones I'm marking out currently are what are resistance zones. Let me mark out all the visible resistance zones I can see. Okay. Good. So now I have marked out all the resistance zones clearly. These zones I just marked out are what the resistance zones. I'm going to name them now. Let's quickly name them. Let's quickly name them. Yes, let me reduce this. So now resistance zone, resistance zone, resistance zone. How this is making sense? Resistance zone.
Oh my god. It's not love. It's not love. I love
You
you
what
person.
resistance zones? I hope you are seeing that. So now these resistance zones now they've what converted price from buying to what to selling. Okay,
Then
from buying to selling. Anytime price get to these zones, what happen? Price sell. You understand? Now see how these zones can easily make trading easy for you. Now this is a significant resistance zone here, right? In the nearest future, if do you remember what was the definition of technical analysis I gave? Definition of technical analysis? What's the definition of technical analysis?
he said, yeah, is that activity zone in the market,
There's
like,
nothing I can't speak.
or is the historical market data that moves the market?
No, actually, I don't like it.
Okay, so I said is the what? I didn't get that. I didn't get that.
He said, is the historical market data that move the market, that move the
Okay,
market,
okay. Did I
or
say?
facilitate the
Did I
future
say
market?
to give you? Okay, to do what? To predict future market. Was that what I said?
Why me? I'm a
Yeah,
why
that
me? I'll
speculates the
leave.
future market, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Good.
Papa,
So
you
now
say
it tells you what's going to
God
happen in the future, right? It tells you what's going to happen in the
Yes,
future. Good.
yes.
So now let's go. So now that's a very interesting thing. Now, support and resistance is an example of technical analysis. Do you understand? Technical analysis.
Yeah,
So
I
now
understand.
I was
pay
not
attention to
expecting
the
now.
price came to this zone, Abi, price sold. Immediately price came to this zone, what you're going to do, they're going to mark out. You mark it out that okay, from this zone now, I can see
Okay.
that this zone is a what? A
Oh, that's
resistance zone.
Resistance, resistance.
I'll
that's
mark it out. I've marked it out already. Anytime price come back to that zone, what's going to happen again?
long. Then Baba,
It's going to resist.
It's going to resist it, Abi. So price will pull down, Abi. So what do you do
Yes.
as somebody who is trading? You'll be waiting for price to come to that zone. Once sell, immediately price come back to this zone. You want to sell. If you sell,
no.
you make money. Do you understand?
Okay.
Because I
Yeah, I
finally
understand.
get my vote.
I'll show you the graph. See this now. See, see this point. Immediately price got to this zone. I mean, price sold. Abi.
Yes.
Now look at it. That follow my cursor. Follow that box. Follow that box. You see that the
Okay.
next time price came to that zone, what happened again? Price sold.
It says so. Yeah.
You understand? So now, if you had remember, I told you about this projection. I talked about this long
Okay.
position and short position, right? So what did I say? Short
Yes.
position is for again. Short position
It's
is
for
for you to actually
sale.
go in for what? For sale. Good. So what does
Yes.
this does? What does it tell you? This tell you that okay. Now I'm going to be. I hope everybody is listening carefully. Please make sure you are listening carefully because this is a very very important time, and I'm going to be mixing a lot of things in this, but I'll still be coming back to them for beginners. But for people who have attended my class before, you would know that this is not new. What I'm talking about is not new. So now, immediately I clicked on my long position, right? Let's imagine that all
Yes.
these things that are here has not happened, right? All these prices have not taken place. They've not shown. They've not shown. All these candlesticks have not shown. Now, I saw that price got into this zone. What I want to do is I want to go in for a sell immediately. Do you understand? I want to go in for a
Yeah.
sell. Now, what does this box signifies? this box that I just drew, right? This box that just came up, this box. This box signify that okay, now you've told us that you want to sell from this point. Okay, you see that there's a division in color, right? There's one that is green, the other one is what?
Yeah.
Red. Then I hope you
Yes.
can see that red and green. So now what is differentiating these two things is a thick line. That thick line means your what? Entry point. Take note of that. Let me make this easy for you guys. They didn't do this for me, but let's do it. Entry point.
Okay.
You tools are working now because if you want to take your trades yourself, you need to do this. So now, what does this top means for me? Pay attention to all these things I'm marking out. Pay attention to all these things I'm marking out. This middle here means what? Entry point. I mean, this
Yes.
top here means stop loss. Take note, stop loss. I'll still be here. This the end of this green here means take profit. So now, immediately I come into this trade, go on my two, right? I go on my short position. I click on the trade on the chart, palm. I drag my stop loss down, profit down. Now, how do I want to set? What does this? Let me make this entry point means okay. I'm clicking sell. But whenever you click on sell, that means you've opened a position and you've entered the price. You've entered at that current market price. Do you understand? So now, how do you want to set your stop loss? How do you want to set your take profit? That is where understanding the rule of support and resistance come in. Do you understand? So now, once you understand that price got to a support zone, a resistance zone, and that's where we are about to sell. We are about to sell from this zone. So what you want to do is you want to take your short, set your stop loss. Now, in setting your stop loss, you want to set your stop loss to the recent what resistance zone it has formed. Previous historical data has formed. You understand? Now,
Yes.
the previous resistance zone that has been formed, I hope all these guys that are actually in my pro class are actually listening now. So now
Yes.
I want to move my stop loss to that zone. Okay, at least a little bit above it. You understand? I want to move my stop loss to that zone. Now, this is my entry point. Abi, where do you want to set
Yes.
my take profit? I want to set my take profit in the next support zones. Remember, this is my resistance zone. This is my support zone.
Yes.
You understand? Support zone is down where a buy is about to take place. Resistance zone is where it says about to take place. So support zone. Now, price starts moving against you when price is in this red box. If the candlesticks are forming and they are moving in this red box, it means price is moving against you. Do you understand? If price start
Yes.
entering this blue box, it means you are going to be in profit. If you go to your MetaTrader 5 and you've executed the trade, you will see that yes, price have started moving in your in your direction. Let me let me delete this. So now you've joined this on your trading view. You cannot do this on MT5. You can only do it on trading view. Yeah, it's showing what 1.28263. This is the stop loss you will input in your MetaTrader what? Hope you're understanding. The take
Yes.
profit 1.2682. It is showing the end of this thing. It is showing the prices here. These are what you input in your what in your metadata file. Your entry is what 1.27959. Once you click sell, this doesn't matter. What matters is the take attention to something which is very important. It's very important to pay attention to what is very important now is how do you go about your take profits, your stop loss without you losing whole lot of money? Best thing first is, remember I said, move your stop loss to the recent what or the previous to resistance zone. If you are selling, then your take profit at what the recent what or the previous.
Awesome.
This is out. You want to pay attention to something. You want to make sure that what your risk. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this risk slash reward ratio? Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now you want to make sure that your risk slash reward ratio larger to some amount. You understand? If I look at this now, I'm going to be risking about what 30 pips. I'll talk about that later. To actually make on, let's imagine, okay, let me just use dollar now. So I'll be for this trade, you want to enter the trade now. Since I'm on 4 hours, I'll be risking. Do you see why you cannot trade your $10 here or your $30 or $50? Because if you want to enter a trade here with your 0.01, before price comes to this zone, you'll be losing $30, solid $30 with 0.01 lot size. But don't worry, I'll still talk about lot sizes to you. But let's still go about it. So now I'll be risking $30 to make what? $114. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that means I am risking one, or let's imagine I am risking $30. That means I'm risking, if I have $3,000 in my account, or if I have $300 in my account, that means I'm risking 10% to make how much? 30. I think that's 1 ratio. Let's say 1 ratio 2.5 for there about, because I'll be making times 2 or times 3. That's 1 ratio 3. You understand? So I'm risking 30 to make more than $90, right? Because 3 times 3 is 9, right? That's 30
Yes.
times 3. That's 90. So now I'm going to make more than $90. I'm making up to $114 if price comes to my team. Do you understand? So now,
Yes.
obviously, from what you can see, immediately price got, you hit this point. It means that you've reached what, $30 to make $140. Does it mean
Um.
that your
Um.
$30 go?
I want to ask you a question.
Okay, please go ahead. Go ahead.
This thing, this thing you talked about, I thought I'll say something like it will be multiplied by 2 or this thing. How do you calculate that? Like, where's the value? How do I get that?
All right, all right. So now the value I'm actually multiplying now is, look at this. If you look at this zone, I don't know if you guys can see this zone.
When we zoom in, you
Pay
can see
attention
it.
to
You can
this.
see it.
Yeah, can you see the risk slash reward ratio? Can you
Yes,
see that?
yes,
So it shows
three point seven
3.7,
eight.
right? Good.
Yes,
So now look at this point now. This point is showing me 30.4, right?
Yeah.
Now this point is showing me 100, and this point is showing me 114. I hope you can see that. This point is showing 114. Do you see that?
yes, 14.8. Yes,
Yeah, exactly. So if price go against me,
against.
it means
Okay,
if
that
it
is
hits this
upwards. That
point, yes, I will lose $30.
$2. All right,
Does that make
all
sense?
right. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
But if price come for me, if price go in my direction
Okay.
and obey
Record
my
to what?
analysis, I will
114.
make what, $114.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes,
Point eight. Now
yes,
it means that if I enter this trade with 0.01 lot size and I put my stop loss here, I am risking what, $30.
$30.
What
All
does
right.
risk mean? That means that's the amount I want to lose. Do you understand? To make $114. So now,
$15.
how many 30 can we make for 114? We can make over, is it up to 3 or
That's
2?
over
Yeah, we
three.
can make more
That's
than
over
3.
three.
Yeah, so definitely it means I am risking 30 to make over more than 3 30s. So
Yeah.
definitely I am risking 1 to make 3. You understand? 1 ratio 3. That's the risk.
Yes.
You understand?
Mm, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yes.
So see something now. Let's imagine I now increase my stop loss. See this. I increase my stop loss to this point.
Oh,
Pay attention. You see that this thing has changed to what? That's changed to what?
one point.
92. I mean,
Is that not 1 point?
1.24.
That's
You
change
can see
of
my
one
risk slash
seven.
reward ratio is
Yeah.
1.24, right?
Yes.
So it means I am risking $92 to make how many dollars? 114. I'm not even making this risk slash reward is just 1:1. Do you understand? Because 92 minus 114 is just you can only make 192 out of this 114. Do you understand? You can't make two. You can't make three.
Okay.
So it is now important to pay attention to that where your risk slash reward comes in and your risk management comes in is when you are doing what? You are risking just one to make three. Any trade that does not guarantees you to make 1:3 minimum or 1:2 at least 1:2, don't enter. Any trade that you are risking $10 and you're not going to make $20 or $40 out of it, don't enter. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes. 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 It does. Yes, it does.
All right. So now, so far I've been able to talk about resistance zones, right? I'm going to close the
Yes.
class today with support zones, and I've been able to touch a little bit about risk management here. That's what I did by explaining to you how that stop loss and how I set my take profits and what does that symbol mean. Yes, I've been able to incorporate that in that particular explanation. So now let's go to support zone. So now for every support zone, that is where the sellers actually okay, sorry, what's that? Pay attention to something there. So good. Right. That's the support zone. And I hope everyone is paying attention.
Yes. Yes.
Support zone. Pay attention well. Oh. This is I hope this makes sense now. So now support zones is when price is now selling and price wants to convert from selling to what to buying. Do you understand? When price is changing from the bearish move now changing to the what to the bullish move. I hope that makes sense. So now price selling, then price change direction. Price was selling, price got into this zone, it pulled up, right? Price was selling, price got to this zone. What happened? It pulled up. I mean, price was
Yes.
selling, price got to this zone. What happened? It pulled up,
It goes
right?
up.
Do you understand? Price was selling, got okay. This zone here, this one is a resistance zone. Good. The support zone. I mean, how all these things are making sense to everyone. How they're making sense.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So each time price coming to that zone, what happened? Price retraces. Do you understand? Price
Mhm.
gets into that zone, price pulled up. So now, let me use the most recent activity in the market for you to explain this. Okay, this is the most recent activity here. So now, immediately price got to this zone, right? Immediately price got to this zone. What happened? Price was selling before price bought. Have you? Now imagine
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Let me let's imagine now that I came into the market when price was coming down again to this zone. Now, price has already created a support zone here. Do you understand? Price now started coming down again to come into that zone. My next this thing is to do what? Is to go long. For sell, we go short. Abi,
Yes.
Yes.
for buy, we do what? We go long. I hope I'm making sense.
Yes. Absolutely.
So now I want to set my stop loss below the recent what support zone. This is support zone here. You see this? This is support zone
Yes.
here. This zone here is a support zone. So I want to make sure that I'm putting my stop loss at least a little bit below what this this support zone. So now I want my take profit to be above this what
The resistance zone.
this resistance zone. In when we are buying is different from when we are selling. So when we are selling, our stop loss has to be what above a resistance zone. Our take
Okay.
profit should be in the next what support zone. Why we are buying? Do you understand? Why we are buying now? Our stop loss has to be under a support zone, while our take profit to be at the top of a resistance zone. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes, it does.
I hope that makes sense. So with this now, you see that for people that are currently in GBP USD that took buy from this zone, they will be in money because price is buying. Do you get? You see that
Yeah.
Yeah.
price has been buying so far. So price should buy at least 2 points. So some people are still holding the trade, some people are still holding their trade. There has been a little bit of retracement, then price moved up again. That's how it works. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah,
It
it
does.
does.
All right. So makes sense. So with this, guys, I'll call it night here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow again, same time 9 o'clock. We'll continue from this point at which we stop. So just make sure you go ahead and practice these things during the day tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be trading, and then we'll see how we can easily make money from the market. You understand? So
Okay.
um, just make sure you practice will make it perfect.
Okay.
Mark out all these zones as well on your trading view. If you're using your phone, you can do all these things on your phone too. Do you understand? Mark them out,
Okay.
and you'll be able to use them to make precise decisions. Okay.
All right. One thing. A question.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
How to draw this bag? I don't know how to draw these boxes yet. Too.
Okay. So what you do first is you come to these two box here. You come to your two box here. If you're using your phone, just find out these boxes. Just find out these tools, all these tools here. Once you get that,
Okay.
just come to geometric shapes.
All
Come
right.
to geometric shapes. You see rectangle. Once you see rectangle, just click on where you want to draw them from. You get. Imagine this zone I want to mark out now, right? I'll just click first, then I'll drag. You understand? Just click and drag.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, it's as easy as that. Just click and drag. You understand? Just use your phone to click on the screen, then drag it. You understand?
Now
Then
to make it
now,
to make it the green and red one, how do I do it?
what is it?
To make it the green and red one, how do I do it?
Do you mean this
The stop
this
loss and the take profit.
Yeah, that
okay,
entry
good. So
point.
you come, yeah, this entry point and take profit. So you come same to
Yeah.
that
Okay.
same two box. You will see the one that has projection as the heading. You see long position or short position. Same way, once you click on long position,
Okay.
just click. It automatically this understand. Once
Okay.
I
Okay.
come here,
Yeah.
I click on short. I go to my entry point. Wherever I want to enter, once I click on that entry point, you understand? It draws. I
Yes.
just
Yeah.
click. You understand?
Yes.
So practice will make you perfect. That's it. So just
Okay.
do this. You click
Okay.
automatically. Do you see that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So that's that.
All right.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining
Thank
the
you.
class tonight. See you guys tomorrow. Take care.
Thank you very much.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
much.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good night.